Here's another great story from Better.tv.
Well, tax time has probably stressed you out, but if you got a refund this year, how about making a donation to someone who could use it in ways that most of us take for granted? It is possible to be charitable in today's tough economic times, and help is needed now more than ever. Lisa Dietland joins us now. She's a philanthropic agent with more than 25 years of experience. You know what you're talking about.
Well, I think I do.
Welcome back. You know, even in tough economic times, as we were talking about, you say Americans still give more than any other
nation
group,
in the world.
Okay.
Yes, Americans are the most generous of all the nations, and people give mostly during the holidays. They give during Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Do you see any slowdown at all?
We do. In the first quarter of the year following the holidays, people, you know, they get their credit card bills from their purchase. Like, whoa.
Right.
But usually about this time, people start thinking about making charitable donations and start giving again. And what we're just noticing is that people are making their gifts over longer periods of time because the philanthropic sector lags about 6 months behind the national economy.
So you get the information a little bit later.
We get a little bit later.
Well, the needs are year-round. We know that people need money, they need food, they need clothing all the time, but it's tougher during these economic times. But if you're trying to find out organizations to actually donate your money to, or your time even, where do you go?
Well, that's a great question because there's 1.5 million nonprofits in this country,
gosh, a lot.
and all of them think they have a great mission, a great vision, a great plan of action. I have two places I recommend to my clients. I recommend GuideStar.org or CharityNavigator.org. These two websites exist for the sole purpose of providing information, and so you can type in homelessness in Tennessee, and it will bring up the organizations in Tennessee that say they work with homeless people or homelessness. Obviously, you have to do more research than that.
But does a lot of work for you up front, too.
Absolutely, it does.
Now, if your finances are stretched, you suggest using your tax rebate check, right?
I do. Because my mom said if you don't have it, you can't spend it.
Exactly.
And that tax rebate check is not here yet. And I'm recommending to my clients that they think about donating it to charity. It's a wonderful opportunity to give back and to keep the charitable spirit in America going during these tough economic times. And if you're getting a refund, you can even give that back or a portion of that back to charity.
We're seeing a lot of people that are going to the food banks for assistance. I mean, a lot of people remember during Hurricane Katrina giving money to the American Red Cross or Salvation Army, but you enlightened me to something I didn't realize, that there were other organizations that were actually giving their services, time, money to the American Red Cross and Salvation
and primarily
Army,
it's America's Second Harvest, the nation's food bank. They provide the food so that American Red Cross and the soup kitchens and the pantries can actually provide the meals, that the people can actually come by that church and pick up that box of groceries. So secondharvest.org, it's 207 food banks throughout the country.
It's amazing.
And you can go on their website, again, type in your state, and the food banks in your state will pop up.
Lisa, is it better to give money than actually giving food?
It is better to give money because if you go in a grocery store and buy $10 worth of food, that's what you get. If you give $10 to America's Second Harvest, they have 4 times the buying power. And with the increase in senior citizens using food banks and food services, and even dual income households that have a working wage, not a living wage, it's real important to stretch those dollars.
We don't have much time left, but I have to ask you this. There are a lot of people losing their homes right now, or getting close to losing their homes. But we can actually give money to organizations that will help them in their situation.
There are, and it's not an issue that tugs at our heartstrings, but it should, because sometimes we blame the individual. Somehow it was their fault. And it's usually the number one group of people that are homeless are single female head of households. So if you go to the National Low Income Housing Coalition.org, that's NLIHC.org, you can again click on the map, your state will pop up, and you can find the organizations that are helping homeless and people in transitional housing.
You have so many more ideas on your website. You have to check it out, lmdietland.com, correct? Okay, legal aid, all sorts of aid that you can give to people and help them out. Thank you very much, Lisa.
Thank you for watching Better.tv. Please email us your thoughts, ideas at Better.tv. Together we'll make your home, family, and life better.